Hi there. Welcome to your practice video for your first 25 words. First, I want to say congratulations. You've made it to 25 words, and that's absolutely fabulous. Because we have so many words, it's really important that you really pay attention to what I'm saying about how each word feels. You're starting to learn a lot of letters, and that's a really good thing, but it can also mean that you get them mixed up kind of easily. So please, please, please make sure you're listening to what I say and that you're looking at the words on the screen when I bring them up. Now, I'm going to go over your 4 new words and the first 4 words at the very beginning of the video. And then the last 4 words are going to be the same new 4 words at the beginning as well. That way you have them at the beginning and the end. So this video might be kind of long compared to other videos. Just hang in there and stay focused and you're going to be fine. Can in Braille is a contracted word. It's the letter C all by itself. So when you feel the word can, you're going to feel dots 1 and 4 going side to side like the letter C for can. Can is the letter C all by itself and only has 1 Braille cell. This is the word could. In Braille, could is the contraction C, D. So you'll feel side to side C and then the letter D. It's 2 Braille cells, C, D, for the entire word could. If you have a C all by itself, it cannot be the word could. C by itself would be the word can. In order for a C to be the word could, it has to be C and then a D with no space between it. Said. In Braille, said is the letter S and the letter D side by side. S, D is the word said. Again, it's 2 Braille cells. The letter S all by itself is the word so. So if you have an S and then a D, it's the word said. Again, 2 Braille cells. This is the word see. C is spelled out letter by letter. It's 3 Braille cells, S, E, E. The really cool thing about when you're reading C in Braille is the 2 E's next to each other feel the same. Those 2 Braille cells that feel the same are your clue that you're reading the word see. C is 3 Braille cells. It's kind of long compared to a lot of the other words that you've been reading. This is the word for. In Braille, you know the word for is a full cell. Dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have all your dots, it's the word for. All is spelled out A-L-L. You're really good at reading that word. The word like is the letter L all by itself. Dots 1, 2, 3. You're really good at the word like. The word I is a very neat word. It's always got a capital. So in Braille, you have a dot 6 and then an I. It's 2 Braille cells and a diagonal line going up from left to right. You're really, really good at finding the word I and reading the word I. He. In Braille, the word he is spelled out H-E. You have a lot of words that end in E, so it's really important that you know what the letter H feels like. It's a corner letter, meaning it feels like a corner. It's down and over for H. Down and over for H, E. He. This is the word so. We talked about so earlier. So is the letter S all by itself. 1 Braille cell. This is the word it. It is the letter X all by itself with 2 dots at the top and 2 dots at the bottom with a big space in the middle. That's the word it. This is the word will. Let's take a couple minutes and talk about the word will because will has been a little tricky for you. W has been tricky for you as well. When you look at the word will, the clue for you visually is looking at the letter I. You have a dot and then a line. When you're reading the word will, you're going to feel a dot and then a line. It's a dot 2 and then a 4, 5, 6. It's really important that when you're thinking about will or W's, you're thinking about a dot and then a line of dots. No other letter in Braille is a dot and then a line of dots. W is literally the only letter with a dot and then a line of dots. And if you have a dot and then a line of dots with a space before and after, so it's all by itself, That's the word will. If it's touching another letter, it will not be the word will. Will can only be the letter W all by itself. Will. This is the word that. That is the letter T all by itself. You have dots 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you're feeling them from left to right, you're going to feel 2 dots at the bottom and then 2 dots at the top of your braille cell. If you're feeling it from the bottom to the top because you're not exactly sure what you're feeling, you're going to feel the dots go up, over, and up. Kind of like the way you look at a T. This is the word one. You are excellent at reading the word one. A dot 5 and then an O. It feels like a circle just like an O. This is the word but. Again, but is one of the words that you're really great at reading. But is the letter B all by itself. A. A is super easy. Here. I added here back into our video because it's been in our video before. Here is the dot 5 and then an H. So you've been reading a lot of here. I'm going to have to add in the word had later in our video. So if you have a dot and then an H, it's the word here. If you have dots 4, 5, and 6 and then an H, it's the word had. So here's the word had. 4, 5, 6, H is had. Feels kind of like an L, but it's not an L. It's a 4, 5, 6, H. This is we. Again, dot and then a line for W, and then you have an E. So you have a dot and then a line of dots for a W, and then an E slides down from left to right. This is the word look. In Braille, the word look is spelled L-O-O-K. 4 braille cells, spelled all the way out. It's one of the longer words that you're reading right now in Braille. The is dots 2, 3, 4, and 6. I'm not going to give you any tips because whatever you're doing to read the word the is working. I'm really proud of you for reading the word the so well, or the. At. At can be kind of tricky. What's really important here is we think about where the dot is. A dot at the top of the braille cell with kind of a little space and then a T is at. Because A is a dot 1 and it's at the top of the braille cell and on the left side of the braille cell. So think about a dot at the top and then a space with a T is at. When you're talking about dot 5 words like 1 or you have dot 5H for here, that dot is in the middle of the braille cell and it's really close to the letter. So when you read the word at, there's going to be a big space between the A and the T, and that clues you in to let you know that it's an A and not a dot 5. An A is a dot at the top with a space before the T. Go is a G all by itself, dots 1, 2, 4, 5. You're an excellent Go reader. The word to is a T and then an O. So you have up over up and then an O, which is 1, 3, 5. You do a pretty good job reading the word to. It's the only T word you have with a T at the beginning. It's not a T by itself, and you have 2 braille cells for T, O. Here's here again. It's your dot 5H. We took it out before. We're adding it back in. Here is a dot 5H. You do a really nice job finding that and reading that word, so that's why we added it back in. We also added in the word cat, since we've been reading a lot of stories about a cat. I don't think you need any clues about how to feel this word because you're really good at reading that C and then that A and then that T. It's 3 braille cells for the word cat. And I just want to go back over your new words again one more time. Can is the letter C all by itself. Could is a C and then a D. It can't be can because can is C by itself. So if you have a C touching something else, it's got to be could. Said is an S with a D. Again, 2 braille cells. And C is spelled S-E-E in Braille. No contractions. Spell it out. Your 2 E's are your clue that it's a C. You've done a really great job reading Braille. I'm so proud of you. You hit 25 words. You're halfway to your goal for this year, and I couldn't be more proud of you. As you move on to doing some reading activities today and any other day, take your time. Think about what you're reading. If you're having a hard time focusing, take a deep breath in, count to 10 in your head, and try again. Maybe check your fingers. Are you reading with the finger that you usually read with? If not, try changing your fingers up. Do you have both of your hands on your Braille paper? That's another really great clue to help you remember how to read Braille, because you can change your fingers and use both hands, and that's what really good Braille readers do. So I'd like to be seeing you do that. 2 hands on your Braille paper, using as many fingers as you can, staying focused on what you're doing. You're just really rocking Braille, and I really truly could not be more proud of you. You're awesome.